Hi folks, welcome to week 16. I'm going to quickly go over your assignments for this week. Remember to check out this video in case you forget what you're doing or what we are doing in class. I go over each assignment as well as the other stuff, again, just in case you forget during class, after class, whenever. But the first thing you'll see is the tolerance PowerPoint. I have that back in there for you so that you can it'll help you in case you don't remember anything about tolerances for this tolerance worksheet. So if you open up the tolerance worksheet, it has you interpreting tolerances. So you'll see two pictures. And obviously you got to review the PowerPoint from last week to help you do it. I have the two figures right here. In case they're not big enough for you to see the information, I do have them here. You can click on them. You just have to pay attention to the letters because the letters aren't on those figures. But what you're doing is you are checking out the different letters and you are basically explaining what it means. So we are working through it, explaining what they mean. You have the letters. Now we have to do the first problem together. So the first thing says tolerance format. To figure out the tolerance format, you obviously have to look at the PowerPoint. The PowerPoint goes over the 3 different types of tolerance formats. And you work your way through it. So you look at letter A, you go up to letter A and go, okay, letter A is that first row. Letter B is the second row. Letter C is down here. So letter A is 4 times the diameter of 0.138 plus or minus 0.001. So I need to see that plus or minus 0.001. I can go and I can try and find the tolerance format that fits the best. Now I can look at unilateral, plus or minus point, and then there's a bunch of information. We got bilateral, plus or minus 0.001, or one piece of information, and then limit dimension. It's these numbers or between them, nothing more, nothing less. So once I figure out the information, the type of tolerance, I'm going to write that in there. And then I'm basically going to explain what that means. So I'm just going to go grab the definition for that type of for that type of tolerance and just put it in my own words for my problem I'm currently working on. And then for the tolerance, you're literally just going to write what it says. So for one, it says plus or minus 0.001, and the diameter is 0.138. So you would put upper limit would be, and I have to go back up and look again because I don't remember, 0.138. So I add it 0.139, and lower limit would be minus that one, so 1.37. Because our tolerance is plus or minus to that 1.38. And then don't forget to put those two in, and then you're going to do that for every letter there. Not too bad. The next thing is the part that I need you to pay attention to the most. It's the hold it together activity. So if we open this up and open up the document, you are going to be working on this assignment, and it is a group project. You will find your groups in Schoology pre-picked out for you and your subcategories pre-assigned. So you can see I've got all the teams, who's in your team, and what part of the project you have. So you are already assigned your teams, and they're listed in Schoology. As a team, you'll find the joining technique that your group was assigned, and then you were individually assigned a subcategory of that technique. So you are going to research that specific technique. Depending on which one you have, you'll open up the attachment that belongs to your group. So let's say you've got joining or joinery. We're going to open that up, and you can see you will specifically be assigned one of these if you're in this group. You won't be assigned them all, just one, unless you're in another group. And if you're in this group, you'll open it up, and whatever one you're assigned, you'll research. And you want to answer the bullet points that are assigned to your specific, subcategory. You're going to create a resource to share your information about the joining technique. So I recommend Google Slides. You can share a Google document or a Google Slide PowerPoint with the rest of your team, and your whole team can work on it simultaneously, as well as, one at a time. Like somebody might be working on it by themselves. You all don't have to be on at the same time in order to work on the document. Also, make sure you write your name somewhere on the slide that you worked on so that I know that it's your slide, as well as giving it a title as to your subcategory. And then you will be creating a 3-minute presentation to share your research with the class, where each team member is responsible for their assigned technique. So first, I just want you to not really worry about these last two. I want you to focus on 5 through 1 right now. Figuring out what group you're in, figuring out what joining technique you have, getting your Google slide presentation shared with your group, editing that document, making sure everybody has access to it, putting in what you need to for the information that you need to submit. So those are your 2 assignments. Whatever period you're in, you'll have access to your team. So if I open this up, you can see the name of the team and then the subcategory. And you can see that for all of them. So that was period 8, period 6, period 5. Period 6, teams, subcategories, and period 5. Obviously, you'll only see the one that you have assigned to your specific class. But that is what we are working on this week. And again, we will obviously go over this in class. But if you have any questions, please feel free to ask me in class or through Schoology. I will see you guys later and hope you have a great day and a great week.